So there we were, coming home from our family campout for a couple days at Lower Lewis Falls in Washington State. We were headed home, and I pulled over our van and said, "All right, everyone get out. We are going to go build a shelter." So we hiked off into the woods, found a place after, scavenging around out in the woods for probably a good half hour, picked a site where we were going to build our fort, and as you can see, just started with a frame with the sticks, using that tree as a base. And the kids were a little bit like, "Oh yeah, we're going to build a shelter." And then when they realized how much work it was, I want to say we were out there probably, this video, although is only, I think, about 3.5 minutes. It was a time-lapse film, so really this was probably a good couple hours worth of work. So eventually the kids started to realize, man, this is actually a lot of work. That being said, everyone had a good time. As we get further and further into this, the kids were trying to go inside and kind of see what it was like. And by the time we had finished building this fort, of course, all the kids were like, "Can we spend one more night out here?" So they wanted to go camping in our primitive shelter, which of course we did not do. So a little bit of upset kids being told that we couldn't stay in the shelter that we had just created. But it was a good family experience. I think a lot of people, they've never had to or taken the opportunity to build a shelter by scratch. And I have been fortunate that I was able to take some survival classes when I was in college, taught by a Special Forces soldier. So I got to spend a few days for our final. In that case, it was out in the middle of the desert, where there was pretty much nothing but juniper trees and sand. And at the time, actually, because it was coming out of winter, there were actually snow piles around. We had to start our fires with bow drills, and I boiled snow to get extra water. And I don't know if you've ever eaten juniper berries. I pretty much just swallowed them for their nutritional value, but they don't taste very good. They're not a good texture. I ate ants, and that was about it. I did learn a lot there during that few days that I was surviving out in the wilderness by myself. Now you can see that shelter from the front view here, kind of doing those finishing touches, putting some more greens on it. And let's take a look as we finish up here. I think the kids were getting excited again at this point, getting close to the final product. And like I said, kind of going inside, there's one of them laying down inside, testing it out. Anyway, I encourage you to get out there, have fun, teach your kids to love the wilderness.